Joining me now live to discuss is former White House Chief of Staff and Senior Fellow at the US Studies Centre, Mick Mulvaney. Mick, thank you very much for joining us. Here we go again, and now on the country's National Day. How long can this possibly continue?
Danica, good morning. Thanks for having me. Yeah, it's a sad day, but it's a fair question. And my guess is it will continue for quite some time. The culture is breaking down here. The morality is breaking down here. And at the same time, American citizens enjoy the greatest freedoms of probably any nation in the world. And when you combine those two things, a lack of morality, a lack of community, a cultural breakdown, with tremendous individual freedoms, you're going to get days like this. And my guess is it's not going to change anytime soon.
It's clearly a very deeply divisive issue. Is there at all any genuine appetite for gun control changes in the US?
No, and in fact, folks like myself will point out who are opposed to severe restrictions on our constitutional rights regarding weapons is that Chicago actually has some of the most restrictive, if not the most restrictive, rules on gun ownership in the country. So folks like myself and folks on the right of politics in our country point out and say, look, this is proof that simply changing the laws won't fix anything, that sick people, demented people, guys who post videos about shooting up schools, which I understand this person of interest did, they're still going to be able to get guns. So the question is, are you going to limit the freedoms of other law-abiding citizens at the same time in order to not solve a problem? So it's going to be the same sort of discussions that we've had here for a long time, but I do not see it changing anytime soon.
Joe Biden spoke a short time ago saying that he will continue to fight gun violence. What are his options here?
Not very many. The Senate, I believe, has passed a bill. I can't remember if it passed the House or not before the July 4th holiday, but there was a bill that did pass out of the Senate that made some restrictions on age, for example. I don't know how old this person of interest is, but maybe that person might have been impacted by an age change and so forth. But it's really very little that an executive, that a president can do. This is up to the legislature. It's up to the House and the Senate. And again, we've struggled with this issue now for a long time. That being said, the Second Amendment was the same in the 1940s and 1920s and 1980s. It's only now that we're seeing these more and more. My guess is the Second Amendment isn't changing. The country is simply changing.